Okay guys, we're going to finish up Lesson 2 notes with the second part, so let's go ahead and get started. On Part 2 we start with changing window views. So changing the window views. The commands in the window group, excuse me, let me try that again. The commands in the window command group enable you to open and arrange multiple document windows. And we're going to talk about these, but I moved on. Let me go back. Sorry. Me and this new tablet are not agreeing. So obviously, we can open up a new window. We can arrange all of our windows. We can split our windows to see two different documents side by side. And we'll talk about these. Now, I do want you to note right here, I'm going to star split. When we get to it, I'll talk to you a little bit more about it. When you take your certification exam, this may not work. So that will be one thing that you may get wrong. Split may not work. Okay, and I'll talk to you, and I've tried to fix it, but for some reason it doesn't always want to work. And then the last thing is we have switch windows. If you have more than one word window open, you can choose this option to switch back and forth. So we're going to talk about these a little bit more in depth. All right, so like I was saying, the commands the commands on the window command group are as follows. The new window button opens a new window displaying the current document. Okay, very important. Current document. This window shows the document name in the title bar followed by the number 2 because it's the copy. It's the second document. And then, of course, each new window you open opens it up in chronological order. The Arrange All button displays 2 or more windows on the screen at the same time. This is useful when comparing documents or when using information from multiple documents. So again, if you have more than one document open or more than one window open, you can click Arrange All and it will arrange all of the windows for you. Let's move on. The next button is the Split button. Split command divides one document window into two windows that scroll independently. This enables you to view two parts of a single document at the same time. The View Side by Side button allows you to view two documents next to each other. When you are viewing documents side by side, you can use the synchronous scrolling command to link the scrolling of the two documents so that they move through both at the same time. So that means you've got two documents open and they both scroll at the same rate. The Reset Window Position command repositions two side-by-side documents to appear equally sized on the screen. Okay, so let's move on. Next we have the Switch Windows button. Allows you to select which document will be the active document, the one ready for editing. So it appears on the title bar. So Switch Window allows you to switch the window. Does exactly what it says. And then we've already been over minimize, restore, and close. But here they are again in what they look like. So the minimize button minimizes the window. The restore button returns the document to its previous size. And the close button closes the window. Okay, so let's move on. Alright, so using keystrokes to navigate. The arrow keys and other keyboard commands can also help you move through a document. So, let's take a look. Obviously, if my insertion point is on the line, the up arrow, which is this one, moves one line up. Inversely, the down arrow moves one line down. Now, if we look at our left arrow key, it moves one character left. Okay, notice character. Character is any letter, number, symbol, or space. And I went back on you. I'm sorry. Alright. and then the right arrow key will move one character to the right. Okay, now you may want to pause your video now, because what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have to erase this so we can talk about these four. So again, you may want to go ahead and pause your video now so that I can talk about the next four. So I'm going to go ahead and start erasing, and I've done it again. Sorry guys, that is totally my fault. And we'll do this. Erase all that. Get it all. Alright. So now, let's talk about this a little bit more in depth. Excuse me. Over here we have, and I'm only going to talk about some of these. We have home. You will want to write these down. Takes you to the beginning of the line. End will take you to the end of the line. Page up moves one page up. And then obviously inversely, it moves, page down moves one page down. Okay, you will want to know this information because it is rather important for you to know what all these buttons do, or all these keys on the keyboard do. So you may want to pause your video because I'm moving on. Alright, so using the go to command to navigate a long document. In a longer document, you may need to move through a document more quickly than is possible by scrolling. The go to command and the select browse object, which is they're both located in the bottom right hand corner underneath the vertical scroll bar. And again, I'll show you these when we talk about the hands-on. But provide ways to navigate through longer documents quickly. Using the go to command will jump to a specific page, table, graphic, equation, or other item in your document. To go to the next or previous item in the same type, leave the inner box empty, and again, we'll talk about this. You don't have to write this. We'll talk about this when we go to our hands-on. Alright, so be sure you have that the go to command and the select browse object are very useful when you need to move through a document more quickly. Alright, so selecting, replacing, and deleting text. So the multi-selection, and we're going to get rid of this box, this paragraph too. You don't have to write this down. The multi-selection feature of Word enables you to select multiple text items that are not adjacent. So instead of just highlighting, you can use the Control key. So I'm going to write that, CTRL, plus the mouse. Lord, can't spell mouse today. To highlight multiple non-adjacent items. Okay? This is very important, okay? If you need to use it to select more than one object, or more than one object, you can also use it to select more than one word. So it's very useful to you. Alright, so let's move on. Next, we're going to talk about cutting, copying, and pasting text. Much of this you'll already know. It's very important that you know what the shortcuts are, and they're located here in gray. Okay, so it's often necessary to copy or remove text from one location in a document and place it in another. When you cut text, Word removes it from the original location and places deleted text in the clipboard collection. And that, to cut, that's Control X if you want to use the shortcut. When you copy text, Word places a duplicate copy in the clipboard, that's Control C, and the paste command then pastes text from the clipboard to a new location in either the original document or in a new document. So, the clipboard, and we'll talk about this here shortly, when you cut or copy something, it places it on the clipboard. Then you can paste from the clipboard to any other program in Microsoft or into Microsoft Office or in any other program that runs on Microsoft Windows. Okay, so let me move on. And again, we're talking about cutting, copying, pasting. So entries placed in the clipboard can be placed anywhere in the document by positioning the insertion point in the new location, then selecting one of the 3 paste options shown in the table below and on the next slide, which there is no next slide. These are the 3 that you need to know. You may want to write this down. You need to write this down. These are the 3 paste options that are most common. So you have keep source. So that means whatever you paste, whatever you copy, when you paste it, it looks the same. Merge formatting. So whatever you copy gets merged to however everything else looks in your document. And then keep text only keeps what text you copy. It doesn't copy over any formatting. Okay? So let's move on. So here's those 3 buttons under the paste drop down. So we have keep source formatting, merge formatting, and keep text only. So now we're going to be talking about the clipboard. The clipboard enables you to cut or copy multiple items and paste them into any Office document. The clipboard will only hold 24 active copies. 24. Very important you know that number because you're going to be asked that multiple times. 24 active copies. Control H launches the Find and Replace dialog box with the Replace tab activated. So Control H is Replace. Okay. Control H is Replace. All right, so moving on.